Good morning, Asteroid Fight Club. I love you. Rise and shine. It feels like yesterday was a year ago. Happy New Year. And we are all in this next decade together. So let's get to the fancy, fun, fresh weather, because that's what y'all love so much. Asterisk? Dude, I just said asterisk properly for the first time in the THORnews history. That can't be a good omen. Asterisk? Asterisk. Okay, so I hope you're having a great morning. We've had our big monster storm that has moved out of the northeast, and we are now preparing for our second storm, which is already moving through the Pacific Northwest, which I might say has had quite a bit of precipitation to end 2019. And so our next storm, I do believe, is being undersold by the main models like the GFS, because we're seeing no precipitation uptick, really, when the Gulf of Mexico moisture combines with the Pacific Northwest moisture. But we don't have a major low system driving this one, so it shouldn't have the tornado or wind factors that Storm Gage did. But it looks like you have some icy and snowy possibilities over the next 48 hours. And it is totally cloud covered here in Houston. Ladies and gentlemen, we've had in the last week almost 400 earthquakes of 2.5 magnitude or more at Puerto Rico, with the top being about a 5, which came on the 29th. And so we are under a THORnews Asteroid Fight Club Red Alert Earthquake Watch until the 15th, because of the gas giants on the same side of the sun and the total solar eclipse that happened. Man, that was just 5 days ago, or 6. And so we are watching out for all earthquake activity all over the globe, but we're watching the hot spots that have been happening over this last week. And so definitely Puerto Rico has been one of the most active ranges and regions, with a lot of activity coming in Mexico, Guatemala, Chile, Canada. We had a 4 in Oregon. Alaska's been kicking off with 5s. I think they even had a 6. Russia, the whole Ring of Fire has been active. And then Europe has been very active. And then these down along the seam are always weird to me. So stay cool. And prayer warriors in Puerto Rico, I know there are many, get to work. We can be heroes every day. And you can be a hero to me here on the 1st by making a contribution to THORnews and me, the T, at TLewison 5430 Birdwood Road, number 416, Houston, Texas 77096. I got a PayPal, a Venmo, a Cash App, and a Patron. We have $473 to go for this January fundraiser, because I do a fundraiser at the start of every month. Thanks, super thanks, and mega thanks to FaZe, Jean-Luc, Athena, Chris, MP, Leanne, Robert, Lynn, Light Soul, Cody, Andrew H., John, and Debbie. Y'all are absolutely amazing. You know who else is amazing? Cranky Weather Guy. In my opinion, he did the best out of all the weather people on the planet in 2019. And he only seems to get better with time. And today, this morning, he is saying, first week of January, turn to garbage in a hurry, as per any wintry aspirations. So, sorry, Grand Solar Minimum, this giant freezy winter that you guys had advertised is not showing up. But continue to put record cold and shit in your title of your videos. After 2 years, this rivalry with Diamond and Gang has turned pretty fun, I guess. Because I'm just one guy, man, and I don't have Oppenheimer funds to back me up. The sub-pattern ends with the passage of weekend system. Note all the low pressure north, so the warmth is free to surge north, and no northward reinforcement awaits to prevent it. So yeah, It's going to be a stormy January. Cranky has been warning about a storm around the 6th or the 12th for almost a month now. And when Cranky warns about a storm a month ahead of time, it's best to take it seriously. But isn't weather fascinating at the end of the day? And it shows like the power of humanity. You can learn, adapt, and adjust whenever you want to, if you choose to. Cranky weather got again after that. Our brief shakeup, sending a response our way for the window of opportunity to get a wintry system for the northeast. Perhaps the middle, but not too promising for that January 6th through 12th period. After seems more zonal, and then January 20th is the next gear shift. Alex Wallace from the awesome The Weather Channel. This is the first little bit of New Year. Looks a bit soggy for some. Ooh. I are here on this first day of 2020 to break down how much rain will fall and where. It is definitely going to be soggy for the southeast as the Pacific Northwest snowy wintry stuff comes down to meet it. Jim McHugh letting us know that you can solve problems creatively as a man spray paints penises on potholes to get town to finally fix them. LOL what? The big red stripy swath across Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, and into Kentucky shows the possibility for some heavy rain over the next week. And look up into the Pac Northwest. They too will be getting hit with wave after wave after wave of storms in this crazy spring-winter pattern. My resolution for 2020 is to get funnier, and to get funnier than I've ever been before. And you know what? Nobody knows everything. That is why we continue to observe with an open mind. See what I did there? Okay, so you have a ton of moisture coming in from the Mexico area, and this looks like floods for northwest of Guadalajara, and it's showing potential that this storm is going to have the ability to drop major rain all as it goes over. You have the Pac Northwest. Look at all that. Path that's coming in, dude. And then you got this one coming. Yeah, I don't think the models have adjusted properly. And that looks like an alien head from like Jim Cameron's Aliens. Jim, make another movie, please. Thank you. It makes a movie like every decade that revolutionizes the industry. Some people are just super freaking talented. Okay. Baby, come back. Now look at this thing. This was yesterday. Somebody was saying like, oh, you were fear-mongering the last storm. Dude, this is what I'm talking about. Like, that is, although it didn't kill a bunch of people, it did a bunch of damage to homes. The winds were extreme. You had multiple freaking tornadoes. And then look at the size of this thing. If this thing were to track over the United States in its entirety, that would cause a lot of damage. Now, Norway, and it looks like it's headed towards Norway and Sweden, and I definitely think the United Kingdom is about to get a wave after wave pattern. And then if we check over to all this stuff, look at all this that's coming in there. That is a freaking lot. And a lot of that is going to end up in Canada, and the United States of America, plus you, Canada. Oh, and I want to say another thing, because one of my things at THORnews is that I want to unite the Americas, where all people get treated properly, you know? And someone said, hey, that sounds like the New World Order. I was like, no, actually, man, the Americas were united before Jesus was born. They didn't cut him up into invisible states until the Europeans came over. So if we united the Americas, it would be like the old world order, you know? And there ain't nobody warning of the old world order. Anyway, I just think if the middle class, the low, you know, the poor class, and even the millionaires want to have a shot at a great future together, and us getting treated properly, we got to work together, man. You know, that's, you know, up, down throughout the coast, regardless of your country, your state, or your skin, your religious belief, that we're one family. All right, great. Happy New Year. And let's have a fantastic decade. I see your true colors, and that's why I love you. Are you having a great day? Man, yesterday was rough, energetically, but I feel much better today. Like a newborn baby. It was 255 pounds. That's risk. So yeah, this is, you got that one coming in and this one coming in. Who likes arrows? Do you like arrows? We're about to get some. Get you some. And then we will get her done. Once I pick the perfect color. You're like, what is he talking about? I'm like, this. Okay. So you got this pack Northwest moisture coming in. And then look at this thing. This thing's pretty conal, zonal. Now I'm just rhyming. I had a dream. I got everything I wanted. Okay. So yeah, that's why I think the models are undercutting this storm. Like, look at that over there. See that? There's a lot of moisture coming in. Lots of moisture. And now it's time to please the ladies with some model runs. This is the latest GFS. As you can see, we got our moisture coming together for holy severe weather matrimony. And see how, like, when it's over here, there's a lot of moisture in the atmosphere. And then it just kind of evaporates, which it doesn't usually do. See how it just kind of disappears? I don't buy that. I think it's going to add into this mix. And so the yellow and red lines you're seeing in there, this is the 3rd on Friday, I think are going to be bigger than advertised because it doesn't seem like it added in the pack moisture. And so the sum is probably off. Some to watch out for. We get the low is separated up here. And so that is good news for wind, although we have our next major storm coming into British Columbia, Canada, Washington, Oregon. And then we get a low. Oh, now she's dropping. And so, yeah. And then this would be Sunday. So, the storm takes, it would be a Thursday to Sunday storm pretty much. Like that. Zip zap. Okay, now everything beyond 120 hours is always a bit sketchy, although it's all a bit sketchy. 2019 was freaking crazy. I don't expect 2020 to be any different. So once again, we've got Gulf moisture coming to meet with pack moisture. And this would be our second storm. And look at that. That looks sketchy. And this is the window Cranky Weather Guy has us watching. Looks like it could be an ice event, though this is, like 10 days out. So we'll have to keep watching. But I definitely think we're going to see a major storm in that area like Cranky does. And then now you get one storm come down without the pack moisture, so that's good. Without the Gulf moisture. But it still looks sketchy and weird. See that? And so that would be 3 major storms, about one every 5 days. And there is no rest for the Pacific Northwest as far as moisture goes. But yeah, Europe, it is about to get very blowy and very wet and blowy as you guys are going to get hit. And it looks like the pattern is headed your way again. That is impressive bread, no matter how you want to slice it. That is a monster freaking storm, bro. Europe, you're in for it. And then there's a good look at the combining situations. Yeah, Earth's pretty wild right now. So, everybody stay cool. Have a great New Year's Day. If you'd like to contribute, I'm going to be putting all my time, effort into 2020 to bring you guys the best news and cool stuff possible. And so I appreciate you. I love you. I'm grateful. I've had 7 years with you guys. And like I said, I will do my best to get better. But we got $473 to go. 3 days left, the 1st, the 2nd, and the 3rd. And I got faith in you guys. And the challenge is, if you've watched 100 videos and have never contributed, I challenge you to step up, make a contribution. Thank you. God bless everyone. And may we have the best year and decade ever. God bless everyone. Hit the button, baby.